Hey, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to look at local, which is a static method on datetime class. So we are going to look at it has got various options to it, and we are going to look at each of these methods to way to invoke this method in our editor. Let's go to the editor. So the first thing we are going to look at is, let's do this. So we are going to look at DateTime.local. What does that give me? That should give me local time of now. So local time, I'm operating from India. So this would give me an India specific local time. You can see EN, that is EN. EN stands for English and IN stands for India. So yes, so this gives me a datetime object, the current datetime object, right? Here it is. This is the current date time in milliseconds. And so let's see other variations of it. We can pass in a year. We can just pass in a year and it will give me the local time for that a year. That is the 1st of Jan for that year, right? Let's save this and let's run it. And here it is. This is the millisecond value for 2019. The 1st of 2019. You can see 2019 month 1, day 1, hour 0, minute 0, second 0, millisecond 0. Alright, let's look at other variations of it. I can pass in year and month. What will that give me? That will give me the year and the month. It will set the year and the month, but for the rest of it, it will set 10000. 1 is default for day, month, year, and 0 is default for hour, minute, second, and milliseconds. Let's look for more examples like this. With date, similarly, I can run with date. It gives me 2019, 8, 7 is the date, and keep 0 for the rest. Similarly, for hour, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Let's look at this, the last one that we did. So it has set up year, month, day, hour, minute, second, millisecond, everything. So now let's look at this. This option is where I can pass in these values, right? I can pass in anything or nothing, just like before. Along with that, if I pass in an object with locale as a key and value as France for FR for France or IN for in, right? So this will give me the French time. Let's see. You can see here. So this will give me a local time of France, right? Locale, you can see now it's FR instead of in, right? If I change it to IN and run it, so here it gives me locale to be IN, right? Now let's look at more options. And this is region specific. If I want country specific local time to be set, I can use this. Then let's look at this zone, right? A zone, this will give me the time, this will set the time for that zone, right? Let's run and see how does that work. So I've set zone to be America slash New York. So it will set, look at this. I'm not setting the locale, right? It is picking up the system local. And for the zone, it is setting, you can see the zone, which was earlier system zone, right? For all the earlier values, it was system zone. This time around, I'm saying don't use the system zone, pick up the zone that I have mentioned. So it will pick up America, New York, right? And it has set the values that way. Okay. Now, if I put in for zone, similar, if I put it for zone instead of America, New York, I can put UTC. that will give me the UTC value. UTC stands for Universal Time. So here it is. You can see the zone, fixed offset zone for UTC, right? You can year 2019-87, you can see O is 0, right? For America, New York, the O was minus 240. For India, it is 330, right? So this 330 is basically the number of minutes it's off from UTC. So, for example, India is plus 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead, right? So that 5 hours and 30 minutes is equal to 330 minutes, while New York is about 4 hours uh, after the UTC, right? Negative 4 hours, and that is how you set for New York, right? So that is where I can see 240, negative 240. All right, and for UTC it will be 0, O will be 0, because UTC is where the time zone is being set, that is at the Greenwich, right? So this will set the zone to be fixed offset zone, fixed 0. Local will not be changed. If I pass in local as well as uh, if I pass in local as well as zone, let's see that. Okay, UTC along with that local to be FR, right? Now let's see. So here we can see fixed offset zone for zone and FR for locale, right? So these are the things that you can pass in locale zone in an object, and it will set the date accordingly. All right. See you in the next video with many more such methods on date time class that we can make use of into our JavaScript projects or a Node.js project.